One of the things that we've come across over the last few years that we're seeing a lot of is where the business owner is employing their kids. Now, it's great that you have a family business, you've been able to support your family, from them being little kids to now they're supporting your grandchildren. It really, it's a warm and fuzzy thing, but the reality is when you go to sell your small business, and when I say small business, I don't care if you're doing $1 million, 10 million, 25 million, I see all of it, okay, in all of those types of different businesses where the founders' kids are in key management roles. And it's very tough for a buyer, whether it's an enterprise, or just an individual wanting to buy your business, it's very tough for them to get comfortable with buying the business because it is a family business. Now, you'd ask, well, Andy, that looks like my business. How do I overcome that? Well, there's two things that you can really do. And we talked about this in another video, talking about, do you let your employees know if you're going to sell or not? Well, oftentimes, I'm still going to tell you, even if it's your kids, don't tell them that you're selling your business. But when they are, the key personnel within your organization, there is an opportunity for you to sell it to them. Whether or not they have the financial capacity, that's something that we can actually help with and help your kids find the right financing or help you structure something that allows you to be compensated and your kids to take over the business gradually. Those are some options. Now, if we really are looking at an institutional buyer, you have a fantastic business, but the only issue is your key management is your kids. Here's how we resolve it. No different than your key management that aren't your family members. You are going to offer them compensation packages that is tied to the successful sale and transition of the business to new ownership. Now, the reality is most of your kids, they're probably not retirement age, so they're still going to need to be employed. But it's different working for mommy and daddy than it is an institution, so you have to consider this. So oftentimes we see 3, 6, 12, 24-month employment agreements for the key employees and family members. That way that the buyer feels comfortable that the business is not going to change on the business transitioning hands. And so one of the things that we also recommend is when the founders, their kids are going to be involved in the business, is that compensation package, that extra bonus, is not paid out until the kids actually finish their employment agreement. And then at that point, they can be compensated. Oftentimes, they'll still want to be with the organization and the new owners. Sometimes they won't. Maybe they want to go do something else. But those are some very simple ways to manage that risk.